Hi, I'm Olivia BK, and I'm here to tell you why it's important for kids to play sports growing up. It's very important for a child to play sports, anything from cheerleading and dancing to hockey or football, baseball, basketball. Any type of sport is very important. You don't have to play a lot of them, at least one of them. Sports gives a huge opportunity to learn life lessons that they'll continue to use. It teaches them why exercise is so important, both physically and mentally. It allows them to be with kids that have the same interests, and it also helps boost their confidence. The biggest life lesson that they're going to learn is sportsmanship. Now, all of the lessons they learn do start from the second they start playing, but I think sportsmanship is the most obvious that an athlete learns. This is a lesson that can be carried on with them later on. It definitely shows when you don't get what you were working for, and you learn how to lose and improve instead of just lose and give up. It also shows when they encourage their like schoolmates or coworkers later on when they get the position or the grades that they wanted, to like boost them even though the kid didn't do as well. Athletes also learn how to problem solve in high intensity situations while playing the game. Things never really go exactly how they're planned, and it's up to the athlete to make quick decisions like on their toes. So this is like a big life lesson that is important to learn. I mean, in school and in jobs later on, just throughout your whole life, it's a huge lesson. Problem solving also leads into being a leader. And sports definitely teaches you how to be a leader. This allows them to later on make decisions of their own and learn their own path and do their own thing instead of just mindlessly following what other people just tell them to do and what they want them to do. They kind of choose their own outcome. It also shows them from a young age that if you practice and you keep trying at what you want and you don't give up, that you will get there. And then once you get there, to keep improving yourself. Sports really emphasizes that you never cap out on your ability to improve, and that will help them later on. It also shows them the importance of exercise. In today's world, most people don't get enough exercise on a day-to-day basis, but growing up in sports allows the young athletes to experience the positive impact of exercise. I know growing up for me, it definitely taught me how to deal with stress. Exercise just to get everything out and kind of think about something else. It's also obviously physically helping them and keeping their physical health. Exercise does release endorphins such as serotonin, and that is the cause of happiness, so that's a big thing as well. It's also at an all-time high for childhood obesity, and playing sports kind of ensures that you get that time to really exercise and stay healthy, which promotes healthy growth in a child. And all of this will probably carry on to when they're older. I know it definitely has with me, into adulthood, and allows you to stay physically fit and mentally healthier your whole life. Sports also teaches you self-confidence along with staying in shape, which I think brings a lot of people self-confidence. It also is a constant reassurance of they can do something. They put in the work and you see the results. And I think that is something that they also carry on with them, because from a young age, if you don't learn self-confidence, you kind of always self-doubt, but sports puts that self-confidence in you. And as a child, you're always changing, which can affect the way you feel about yourself, but it's sports that kind of is that constant to bring you the self-confidence that you need growing up. And the last thing that sports does that I'm going to address is they find people with the same interests as them, and it really just immerses them in a huge group of people that they otherwise maybe wouldn't find. It does kind of matter if you like this sport or if that is the sport that you like really connect with. But after you do find the sport and you find a team that you really connect with, you just feel like you fit in and belong. And I think growing up, that's such a huge thing, because that's all you want to do is fit in and belong. These friendships that your children will make, it also is just something that they'll hold on to forever. I know that growing up, I've made tons of friendships with other people who I've now been friends with for up to 15 years, just because of being on the same team as them. I wouldn't have met them otherwise, and they're some of the best people I've ever met. These friendships will really truly turn into like a family bond, and you can only get that bond through playing sports with those people. They fight for the same wins and grieve for the same losses and really just stick together. There's really no bond like it. In conclusion, really not only is sport important for kids to be out and active, but it's important for them to learn hard lessons early. It gives them a head start on other kids. Sports really gives the opportunity to all athletes. It doesn't matter what sport it is. Like I said, they are just at an advantage, and they already know how to deal with the hard part of life before really getting into the hard part of life. Sports are good for all children in all aspects of themselves, and I really think that they're missing a huge opportunity if they don't start young. Thank you.